Hey, what's up everybody? Jake here and welcome to the hobby. I get people asking me all the time, what is the best starting point for a brand new collector? What sets should they be hunting for? What sets should they complete first? I know Pokemon card collecting can be incredibly confusing because there are so many different cards, so many different sets out there, and it can get really convoluted very quickly. So I put a ton of time and effort into thinking what are the best starting points, what are the best sets for a brand new collector to really jump into. So in today's video, we are going to have 5 different sets that are great starting points for a brand new collector. These sets are going to be incredibly rewarding and fun to collect, but they are going to teach new collectors a lot of the basics that will stay with you for years and years to come as you build onto your Pokemon card knowledge. So without further ado, let's get started with our first set. And that is the original 1999 Unlimited base set. The original base set was the very first set that I completed when I got back into the hobby after college, and this set is incredibly rewarding to collect. It is a ton of fun and it's still incredibly affordable. A lot of the cards from the original base set, the uncommons and commons specifically, are still going for well below $1. Once you start going into the holos, you can get into the $10 to $20 range, and the big chase card is of course going to be the base set Charizard, which in a moderately or heavily played condition can range between $100 to $200. So it's going to be a more expensive card, but in general, base set Unlimited is still incredibly affordable to collect. It's a very rewarding set once you have the complete binder off, and it's going to teach you as a brand new collector all kinds of really cool things to look out for. You're going to learn about cards condition, you're going to learn about cards quality, and you're going to learn to bargain hunt and really take your time with it. Can you get yourself the complete set online readily available? Yes, you can, but I would say that is not really going to teach you how to be a good Pokemon card collector. I would say instead of just purchasing a complete base set, I would actually look out for these cards individually. It's going to be a fun little game. It's going to take you months to really have the whole entire set if you do take your time, but it's incredibly fun and rewarding, and you're going to feel great about yourself once you have a complete base set. From putting one card in at a time into your binder, it's incredibly fun to complete the original base set, and it's still a strong kicking off point for your collection even today. Next up, if you are a returning collector and you really just want to learn about where the hobby's been over the past 25 years, and you want to learn about some of the most iconic cards, then I would highly recommend you try to get yourself the complete Celebrations collection. The Celebrations collection is quite small. It's not a super hard collection to complete. It's actually quite affordable right now, and this is the first set that I would actually recommend you crack open booster packs of, because for the 1999 base set, you're probably not going to be cracking open vintage booster packs, but Celebrations booster packs are still readily available on the secondary market and even sometimes at retail price. These Celebrations booster packs can be a lot of fun since you're going to be seeing a lot of iconic Pokemon cards over the course of the last 25 years of Pokemon card collecting. There's a ton of really iconic cards in here, such as Birthday Pikachu, as well as some really cool EX, GX, Gold Star cards that are incredibly iconic. All the cards inside of the Celebration subsets are going to be reprints, but these are all iconic cards, and if you really want to just have an understanding and a feel for all the cool cards that the hobby has gone over the past 25 years, Celebrations still a really cool starting off point. And once again, this set is incredibly affordable to have a complete master set of. I think you could probably get a complete master collection of the Celebration set for probably around under $200 right now if you can really bargain hunt. So it can be an incredibly fun time, and it's a fun collection to have for years to come. For our next set, if you're a brand new collector who doesn't really care about vintage Pokemon cards or the history of Pokemon, and you just want to see where things are headed into the future, the best kicking off point I can recommend is going to be the Scarlet and Violet base set. This set is going to teach you everything about where the hobby is currently at. We've moved on from yellow Pokemon cards to gray border Pokemon cards, as well as a brand new complete overhaul of the rarity system. This is the first time the Pokemon Company has really done something like this over the last 27 years. So it's going to be a lot less confusing for you if your kicking off point is the Scarlet and Violet base set, because you're going to get exposed to a bunch of brand new innovations when it comes to Pokemon card collecting, such as a brand new pack structure, how your pull rates are going to look. You're going to get exposed to alt art cards, illustration rares, as well as all kinds of really cool stuff that's happening right now in the hobby. And it's going to be a little bit confusing at first, but Scarlet and Violet base is still a really rewarding set to collect. If you want to complete this set, it's going to be a little bit of a challenge, but booster packs for Scarlet and Violet is currently readily available at retail price. So if you're looking for a set that you can open up a ton of booster packs of and just have a lot of fun learning about the hobby, where things are headed into the future, then Scarlet and Violet base is going to be a strong starting point for you. The next set that I can recommend is for a brand new collector that just wants to have a ton of fun. They don't want to learn about the rarity. They don't really care about all of these little nuances when it comes to collecting. They just want to see a ton of really cool cards, and that is going to be Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith is probably the best modern Pokemon card set that you can open in terms of a fun pack opening experience. There are so many flamboyantly and outrageously cool cards inside of Crown Zenith. If you just want to have a blast, you don't really care about the rarities, you don't really care about the value of the cards, you just want to have a ton of fun collecting really gorgeous and funky looking Pokemon cards, then I would say Crown Zenith is probably going to be your best bet. This set does not disappoint. If you open up 10, 20, 30 booster packs, I can tell you right now, you're going to have an absolute blast. There's so many cool cards inside of Crown Zenith, and it's a lot of fun to collect. You're going to see all kinds of cool cards that you didn't even know Pokemon card had reached at a certain point. There are so many outrageous designs, and Crown Zenith is just a fun time, especially on a Friday night. You and a couple of friends can pick up a couple of Elite Trainer boxes or premium collection for retail price or even cheaper right now, because Crown Zenith is currently readily available at retail price. Go home, open yourself a couple of booster packs, and just have fun seeing who can pull the coolest card. Crown Zenith is going to be a fun time no matter what kind of collector you are. The last set that I can recommend is Scarlet and Violet 151. While we are officially just a couple of months away from the official release of this set, I can tell you without a doubt Scarlet and Violet 151 is going to be an incredibly fun set to crack open. This set is going to be incredibly fun for a new collector to jump right back into, because you're going to see a lot of fan favorite Pokemon that you are going to recognize. You don't have to worry about all the history of Pokemon, where it's been. We have over 1,000 Pokemon right now, and you're not going to remember all of those names, but you're going to remember Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur, Mew, and all of these fan favorite classic Pokemon. And if there was ever a set that was meant to be completed, it is going to be Scarlet and Violet 151, because they are reprinting all of the original 151 Pokemon. Every single last one of the original ones is going to have a card inside of this set, so you can have yourself a completed Pokédex binder of sort, which is really, really cool. So if you're someone that's really interested in catching them all, completing a set, and just experiencing nostalgia and just returning to your childhood, experiencing all of these really cool Pokemon that you grew up with in their most current form, then I would say Scarlet and Violet 151 is going to be an absolute blast for a new or returning Pokemon card collector. Alright everybody, that's the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Those are my top 5 sets that I would say a brand new returning Pokemon card collector can really look into completing. These sets are going to be the best ones to really start off with in terms of my perspective. If you're someone who has been in the hobby for a couple of years and you want to share your own wisdom to returning collectors, leave a comment down below this video and I would love to hear about it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.